Okay, hi, I'm Lorna Morose and I am a general contractor. I work in the Ottawa-Gatineau region. I specialize in boutique custom home building and renovations. So what I do, by and large, is I work with my clients to help them identify their goals and their aspirations and their budgets, and I help them to realize those in their own home spaces as they're customizing their lives. I get my joy, frankly, in helping in helping my clients make their home more their own. I act as the keeper of the vision, if you will. I help my clients to figure out what's important to them and then tailor the project to their needs rather than the other way around. And I work really hard to get to know them, to be sure that what I'm doing is right for them and it's not based on my own opinions or my visions for them. I always encourage my clients to talk to me about their questions or their concerns. Certainly, if I don't know there's a problem, I can't fix it. But more to the point, I really want to build confidence in them that they're making the right decisions for them, that they understand enough of the process that they can have confidence in what we're doing. As they see the work progress, they can have confidence that we're still on track and that the final result is going to be everything that they're hoping to see in the end. So I get it. Your house grounds you and your family. It needs to be the center of everything that you do, whether it's your sanctuary or it's a social center or it's ground zero on your base of operations for everything that your busy and a large family tries to accomplish in your lives. Whatever it is, your home needs to work for you. And construction projects can be large and very complicated affairs. What I do is I help you work through all of that noise to understand the process, to prioritize your decisions, and to realize your vision and your goals. I've always had a thing about personalizing spaces, making a house an actual home. And people approach me for a lot of different reasons in my line of work. They approach me because they want to add energy efficiencies, they want to update their look, they want to make the design of their house fit their lifestyle better. They want to prepare for resale. Um, and within the scope of any one of these goals, there's often room to do a lot of other things while we're at it anyway. And that can be a very complicated thing to accomplish. I really enjoy the challenge of integrating all these different elements. I love working with other pros. I love pulling a team together and helping everyone to see that vision and keep it in mind as they complete their various different areas of expertise throughout the course of a project. A house is made up of a lot of different technical elements. There's a lot of layers that are involved. And not only can it be complicated just to keep track of that, but it can be complicated to understand how any one part of the work can impact other things down the line. The bones of the house can affect the shape of the final spaces that you're living within, of course. And if these things aren't kept into consideration when you're developing and designing a project, there can be adverse results down the line. Thank you, Frankie. Back when I was in school, I had a prof who talked about theater in terms of being one of the greatest team sports ever. Because no one person can accomplish, a project of that scale. It takes everyone pulling together to realize the vision in the end. And frankly, home construction renovation is really the same kind of deal. It's a creative project that has a lot of technical elements to it. It has a lot of professionals or a lot of experts in various different fields who all have to pull together and respect the vision and work towards those goals. And when you come to the end of it, if you produce something that your clients can get that feeling about every time they walk into their new bathroom or kitchen or they see their new front entry, that's a win for them, but it's a win for us too. It's really rewarding to build something that's beautiful and tangible and long lasting and you know is going to be used for many years to come. And that is a big part of why I love my job. Another reason why I love my job is because of the deeply personal nature of what I do. These are people's homes that we're talking about, and while it's my workspace, I never forget that it's your home. We work hard to respect that, but not only in the process of doing the work, but in terms of, again, realizing that final vision for you and making your house more your own, so that every time you use your space, you know it belongs to you. You know that you belong living within it. Personally, I'm more of a Renaissance gal. I like to do a bit of it all, and I have done a bit of it all over the course of my career, and I think that makes me better skilled or better experienced to actually talk with all these different trades about their areas of work. Um, we can understand each other better. I know what a lot of their needs are, and I can help them to understand a lot of mine, so that together we can make something amazing. So, the devil's in the details. The devil's in the details. Construction is a complicated, many-layered process, and each layer affects the next. It's a house. A house is made up of a whole series of technical systems that need to work together seamlessly in the end to give you a good final result. And it can be a complicated process of decision making to get you there. A large part of what I do is I help my clients narrow down the scope of their decisions, realize what their priorities are, and come to a genuine realization of what will work for them. Because it's really easy to drown in the sea of potential finishes and fixtures and styles. Narrowing down that range of choices is it's a big part of the initial task in planning for a project, and it can't be underrated. I'm really big on material and structural choices. They make an enormous difference in terms of how the final result feels when you're actually living within a space. Personally, I like as much as possible to go for more natural-based products. I like to have finishes that are in wood and in stone and in glass even, because I find that those wear well over time, and not just in terms of a technical performance question, but in terms of an aesthetic lifetime. That sometimes a lot of the more plastic or more trendy finishes that people choose to go for, they actually date your spaces faster than just a nice classic stone floor or a beautiful stone or glass tiled backsplash. And so I work with my clients to discover ways in which they can realize their personalities and their personal traits in their finishes without boxing them into what are expensive sometimes and long-term choices, boxing them into those in ways that they regret just a few years down the road. It's really easy to change a coat of paint. It's a lot more expensive to change a backsplash. Sometimes on the job we discover there's a need to design on the fly, and sometimes that's because we come across a problem that we didn't expect. So we have to take a problem and turn it into a feature. But sometimes somebody has an epiphany midstream. You step within the space after it's been framed and you suddenly realize that this wall should be 2 feet further that way, or that if you just rejig your layout of the bathroom in a slightly different way, the whole room becomes more effective in terms of how it's going to flow. I'm frankly all for that. Not all builders are. They don't like changes on the fly. But I believe that designing and building a space, it is a process of discovery. And while you can hit moments where it's too late, quite often that's not necessarily the case. And certainly if you're thinking along those lines to begin with, then you have a chance to anticipate those changes. You have a chance to stand back, look at where we are so far, reassess how things are going, and have a second thought about this or that layout plan, finish choice, whatever it is. Reconsider it to be sure that you're still heading in the right direction, or do you need to change your thinking, get creative, and maybe alter course slightly to get a better result in the end. It's challenging, but it's fun, and the unique, customized nature of the job is what brings interest. So one thing that I really try to remember on every job, I try to remember to remind my clients to have fun while they're going through the process, because they're spending a lot of money and they're putting through their household through a lot of disruption to do whatever project it is that they're doing. The very least that they can do is remember to have fun while they're at it. It's a creative process. It's a chance for people to express themselves, and I really feel strongly that they should enjoy it as much as possible while they're doing it. I don't advertise to find new clients. I get all of my work through referrals, and truthfully, I think that gives me the best quality of clients, because quite often they come to me, they've already seen my work somewhere else, they've spoken to a friend or a family member that's worked with me before, so they're a little more familiar with the process and what to expect. But also I know that the caliber of client that I'm likely to get, because I have these prior relationships myself on the other side. And that means that, in effect, instead of going from job to job to job, in a very real sense, I'm community building. I'm working within my community. I get to know my families very well. And a lot of my jobs end in hugs and long-lasting friendships. And what's more rewarding than that?